I'll give you another technique about winning, just to keep in your back pocket, which is when the correct occasion presents itself, make sure you lie to your spouse, okay? But it must be the correct occasion. Don't lie about irrelevant, lightweight bullshit. Like, oh, I didn't eat the last hobnob. Nobody cares, it is a biscuit. But then don't swing to the other extreme and lie about really important stuff. Like what? No, of course this is your son. Don't do that. No. You must lie about the correct thing, the sweet spot. Stuff like, oh, darling, I booked our holiday that week. I had absolutely no idea your mother was coming. And the reason you lie like this is when you do this, you keep your spouse mildly destabilized at all times. And then you have more power. More power, higher chance of winning. Which you do for the health of the unit. Correct. So anyone here who is married or in a long-term relationship? Yeah. Among you, there will be at least one person listening to this and you're saying, she's very funny, but that's not how my relationship works. We are very transparent with each other. I know, and you are thinking this because you are the loser. Someone had to tell you, and that person is me. You need to go home and pay attention to what is actually going on. When I was at university, I met a boy, and I fell very hard for this boy. And I fell very hard for him predominantly because he was very funny. He made me laugh. You know how that can happen? You meet someone, and they're really funny, and they suddenly start seeming sexy to you? I know, don't look at me like that. Pay attention story. Anyway, yes, so he was very funny. And the thing he used to do that really got me was he would write me these little cute little notes like, hey, Sindhu, I was staring at you in class. I didn't even write any notes. Hey, Sindhu, what are you doing after dinner? I want to go for a walk. Hey, Sindhu, I have candles in my pocket for when we go to dinner and I can put them on the table. Like really cute stuff. And he would write these little documents and put them on an email and send me the email, and I would open the email and the email would say, hey, Sandhog. I was staring at you in class, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Sandhog, blah, blah, dinner, blah, blah. Hey, Sandhog. Because Microsoft Word autocorrect used to correct my name Sindhu to Sandhog. Does anyone know what Sandhog means? Do you want to guess? No. People are really nervous to guess because people think it's something racist. Which, frankly, I wish it was, because how famous would my show be? Sandhog, my years of oppression by Microsoft Word autocorrect. Amazing. No. Sandhog is the name they gave miners and builders that made tunnels underground, starting in the 1800s in the United States. Literally could not be more boring if you tried. Sandhog. But I didn't care what the word meant because I started dating this boy. And oh, by the way, Microsoft Word autocorrect no longer changes my name to Sandhog. You know why? I'll tell you. Because the whole of Microsoft is being run by an Indian man called Satya Nadella. And Satya Nadella knows that when someone types S-I-N-D-H-U, even if they are racist, Sandhog is not what they're thinking of. And I just want to say, Indian mothers, we get so much shit in the West for being tiger moms. Why are you so tough on your kids about studies? Why do your kids always have to get such good grades? Why? Because our kids have to get good grades, go to high places, and fix shit. That is why. Anyway, so where were we? Yes, I started dating this boy. Oh, and he started calling me Sandhog. It became an inside joke. And it was an absolutely perfect romance. We went on a lot of walks. We had a lot of dinners. He always had a tea light in his pocket. When we went out to dinner, it was very cute. And I won't lie, we had an inordinate amount of sex. Just unbelievable. The whole term, I was so itchy but so happy. I was like, what's happening? I mean, literally UTI queen. But it was incredible. It was incredible. And there was so much laughter, and that's what really made it a perfect romance. He was an exchange student, though, so he left at the end of term. And what I got to keep was the word Sandhog. And it stayed with me, and people say, why'd you call the show Sandhog? It's because for me, it's such a special word. It is the perfect romance, Sandhog. Anyway, and then a year and a half later, I left the university, and I moved to London. And then one day in London, out of nowhere, I bumped into this boy. And then 20 days later, as you do, we got married. Did you notice how nervous the laughter was there? People are like, that took a dark turn. There was a lady in Kent who jumped up in 2019 and said, no, don't do it, that's too soon. It's like, did you listen to the first line of this show?